Hey guys, I'm for Sleep and Reverie here. Now welcome to today's episode of I'm for Sleep and Reverie's Morpher tutorial show. Now today we're going to show you how to do the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Morph. Now this is very timely, but before we get into all that, I just want to say today is the perfect day to film. I was going to film the other day and then I heard there might be some announcements coming down the pike. So I decided to record today, and we have a lot of announcements. But before we get to those, I first just want to thank you all. Thank you all for the support. Thank you all for the comments. Thank you all for everything and always just sticking by me. I posted a 40-minute video on where I've been and what happened to my channel. And y'all have been amazing in just commenting and viewing. And I never cared about the views since I started this channel. Like I always say, if one person likes what I do, I'm going to do it. But one thing I have noticed is that I'm going to really have to earn a lot of my viewership's trust back. And I understand because I've been gone for so long. So that's a double special thank you to all the awesome people that have stuck through me through all the years and avid watchers of my videos. So let's go. Let's get this going. And I just want to thank you for watching all 40 minutes. And if you got through it and didn't forget any of it, thank you. And even if you didn't get through it, if you even peeped it, that's cool. So I appreciate that. So, yeah. So then, with that being said, there's so many things going on. This week, I mentioned this in the last video. This week, the podcast that I do with James Sanders and Joey Armstrong dropped this week, and we're reviewing Green with Evil Part 1 and 2. Next week, we're going to review Parts 2 and 3, and then Part 5. So if you want to listen to what we have to say, it's about an hour and a half, a little bit more, about Green with Evil and how integral that series was in Power Rangers history. Just look below in the notes of the video section. Click on the link to subscribe and listen to Green with Evil, parts 1 and 2 review. And it's the We the Nerds podcast on all your podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. But you have the links below to subscribe and listen to We the Nerds. So I think if you're a Power Rangers fan, you're really going to enjoy this episode, and we would love to hear your thoughts. And we had a special guest contributor, our boy, Angel Cancel, one of the OGs from back in the day. He was the Green Ranger in our Ranger family, and he just had so much insight to add to our show. So we're very thankful that Angel joined us, and Angel will be a guest contributor on the rest of the Green with Evil review. So I would love to hear your thoughts on what you think about Green with Evil, what you think about the podcast episode, and what the insights you have, because, the Green Ranger is so iconic. So below is the link to listen to our podcast and our review of Green with Evil parts 1 and 2. I recommend you watch it before you listen, but even if you don't, we have a summary of 1 and 2. So yeah, enjoy. Thank you for that. Now, today's tutorial couldn't be any better in terms of timing, like I mentioned off the top of the show. So, we're starting over, like I mentioned, we're resetting the table. We're starting with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the first season of Power Rangers. Now, it's very integral in my life. It was the first season that I was exposed to. I was a kid. I was in elementary school, and to this day, I love it. But today was like super cool because we had a few things going on. So Hasbro was announcing their new products in the Power Ranger line, and there were so many cool things. And there's hundreds of videos, I'm sure, that are going to go over what they released and what they talked about. There's lots of cool stuff. And shout out to Joey for keeping me updated while I was at work on pictures and stuff of all the cool stuff that's coming out. I was able to keep up like I was watching it in real time. But the one that got my attention is Mesogog. There was a Mesogog figure. If y'all don't know, he's the villain from Power Rangers Dino Thunder. And he's one of my favorite villains. If you go back, I think we did a top 5 villains video back in the day, years ago. And I think Mesogog was in my top 5. He's awesome. So I'm not really the biggest figure collector, but I will probably pick up Mesogog because he is awesome. And he's one of my favorite villains in Dino Thunder. Or just in Power Rangers, but he's in Dino Thunder. So yeah, so there's a lot of cool stuff. Go ahead and go check out Hasbro and the stuff they have. They have a lot of cool stuff. So besides that, even bigger than that, if you could imagine, you had the announcement about Netflix and Power Rangers. So on April 19th, there's going to be the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Netflix reunion. It's the 30th anniversary. And let me just tell you, April 19th, I'm going to be there in front of my television with the popcorn ready to watch the reunion and the 30th anniversary of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on Netflix. It's going to be so awesome. So here's a description of the 30th anniversary Mighty Morphin Power Rangers reunion special. So the Power Rangers come face to face with a familiar threat from the past. In the midst of a global crisis, they are called on once again to be the heroes the world needs. So that's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it. I'm going to review it. So we'll probably review it on the pod. We'll probably watch it and then the next day review it on the pod, or maybe that evening review it on the podcast. So stay tuned for that. Now, I also want to quickly mention, thanks to our friends getting together and kind of pushing each other, I will actually be going to Ranger Stop this June in Atlanta. So I believe it's June 16th through 18th. I got my plane tickets. I got my plane tickets, my con tickets, and Shane Parker, got the lodging taken care of, and we're still going to do it. So basically, who's going is Shane Parker, as you know him, Israel Parker, Shane, Joey Armstrong, and Angel Cancel will be there with us, and I'll be there as well. And their significant others are coming as well. So it's going to be awesome. We've already planned the trip. Everybody's in. So it's going to be June 16th through 18th in Atlanta. I'll be there. It'd be cool to get back in the scene and see everybody and see a bunch of old friends. So I look forward to it. So I'll be posting content for this channel at that convention. So stay tuned. Now, finally, we can get into the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Morpher tutorial. Now, this one's pretty cool because there was 3 seasons, technically, of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And as everybody here knows, if you know anything about my channel, I'm like the biggest Red Ranger fan. Like, I have the red communicator. I found my Starlight Studios red communicator before the Legacy communicators came out. So yeah, I'm a big Red Ranger fan. And at the last video, I mentioned that figure that Shane got me. So it's a figure 3-0 Power Ranger figure. So I think it'd be cool to show it because I'm going to do the morph of the Red Ranger for all 3 seasons in this tutorial. So here's this bad boy. I'm going to review it. I have no doubt I will review this, but this is really, really cool. It's an armored Red Ranger. Shane got me this for my birthday last year. So yeah, it's super awesome. Like, look at that. It's very high quality. It's mesh. The material on the Ranger is mesh. So yeah, this is really awesome. I'm going to review it, and I thought it'd be cool to show because we're reviewing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and the Red Ranger is my favorite, and just to give context on what I was talking about last time. So here you go. Now, here we go on the Morpher tutorials. And now this isn't a Morpher review. Those are old school, and I'll be happy to revamp those, but I want to get through the tutorials first. So the ones I'm gonna have one from each season. So for the first season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, I'm going to use the 93 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Morpher. This one's really cool. This isn't the one that Goldar was holding in the Green with Evil when he was like messing with Jason, because those didn't have the bolts. And it had the Zoo Ranger emblem back here, the Dino Buckler. But yeah, this one's awesome. This is one of my favorite morphers. I've had this for years. So I'll use this one to review the first season, or to do the first season morph. And for the second season morph, our trusty friend, the Legacy Morpher. Now this one's awesome. This is one of my favorites. Came out, pretty much 10 years ago. And we all got crazy collecting and buying them. And at one point, I had like 8 Legacy Morphers. Now I have, I believe, 4 or 3. I have to double check. But yeah, so yeah, they're super awesome. So I'll be using this to represent the second season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the tutorial side of things. And here is the one I'm going to use for the third season of Power Rangers. The newest one, this is the Legacy Lightning Collection Morpher for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It is so cool. I love this Morpher so much. I've never reviewed it because it came out before I got my channel back. I'm going to review this probably as a bonus soon. So I think it's really cool. So we'll use it for the third one. I might spend a little more time showing you this one because I've never reviewed it. But we have a Morpher for every season. We have a Morpher for every occasion. So let's get going. So if you recall in the first season of Power Rangers, it was like, it's Morphin time. And then they say, it's morphin time, and put their hand behind their back, and they put the morpher. So you're going to open the morpher, put your hand so that your thumb's touching the red button. Say, it's morphin time behind there. And then it'd be like, Tyrannosaurus. And that's kind of how they would morph. And what was super cool about that is that while they had this open, the color of the ranger was just was the lightning kind of behind them, but it was just their face and their hands. So in my opinion, that's the best looking graphic for morphing. Tyrannosaurus. So for season 1, you're basically, it's morphin time. And then it's morphin time. And then you turn it, press the button, and make sure your hands are up here. Tyrannosaurus. So yeah, that's the first season. So I think that's pretty cool. And as the seasons kind of went down, there's a whole like a bigger morphing sequence, which we'll get to when we review the second season. We'll go with second season because that's when actually we'll go with third. We'll go with third on that one to the big like morphing sequence. But yeah, that's season 1. Jason was the Red Ranger for the most part. It was awesome. So that's how you do it. You know, behind you, it's morphin time, and then you turn it over in front of you, hands above here, make sure your thumb is touching the red button, and then you yell the dinosaur you're morphing into. Tyrannosaurus! You know, kind of like that. And then the dinosaur's right there if you don't know what a Tyrannosaurus looks like, but whatever ranger you like, you know, whatever. So, now we'll go to season 2. Here's the Legacy Morpher. This one's really cool because it has the dino buckler, the Zoo Ranger symbol, and it has the color of the Rangers. And I know I said I wasn't going to review these, but I reviewed this many a time. But it's metal, it's durable, and this is one of my favorite. So, you know, I'm going to morph with this one too. So if you remember this one, it was an awkward morph because instead of it was the lightning of the color of the Ranger in the background, but now you could see their whole body. It wasn't just their face and their hands with the lightning, which is my favorite from season 1, but it was them morphing with like wife beaters on, and the wife beater had that's a horrible phrase, but you know, it was like a tank top with the color of their Ranger, and they looked a little bulky, if you ask me. Like they looked a little awkward in the way they looked. So same thing, you know, right here, it's morphin time behind you, and then this one I'm going to do a little different hand motion, and then okay, let's turn it on first of all. Be nice if we turn on the morpher, but it's morphin time. And then it'd be like, Tyrannosaurus. So if you notice on this one, the hand's a little more sharp instead of like that. So that's what I think of season 2 when I see you see their shoulders and their tank top, and you see the Ranger's whole half body basically morphing. So that's that one. So like I said, once again, it's morphin time. Tyrannosaurus, and you're still pressing the button, you're still turning it upside down, but you're holding your fingers like that instead of like that. And now this isn't wrong, don't get me wrong, it's not wrong. But this reminds me of season 2. So we'll let that play. So yeah, you know, this is one of the best morphers they ever released. It was Bandai. I just love this morpher so much. So yeah, so I just thought that was really weird. Like, you can see their whole body and they're wearing a tank top. The first season had it perfect. Okay, I was hoping I forgot it doesn't sing the song, because that would be super awesome. But this was ahead of its time. I remember driving hours to get one at Toys R Us, and it was the first one. This is the second generation. So yeah, this is really cool. So yeah, that's the morph. Now you're probably wondering, hey, on your last Mighty Morphin tutorial, you did all these like arm movements. And that's the one we're going to do now with this new one right here, the Hasbro one, which I think is super underrated. I wish I could have bought 5 of these. I just not in that collecting mode anymore. I mean, I guess I could, but I just wanted one at least. And it's super awesome. And the cool thing about this one is you have to understand, like this one's cool because the sound effects are determinative on the coin. So behind the coin, you have the Red Ranger helmet. And look, when you try to morph without the coin, it's just like in the show. It won't work. The morpher's broken. That is so awesome. Oh my God. Thank you, Hasbro, for doing that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to assume we're ready to morph. Put the coin in there. Tyrannosaurus is ready. Turns red because for the Red Ranger. Super awesome. So I'll do the basic morph and then we'll do the hand movement. It's morphing time. So what's cool about this one is I don't have to say Tyrannosaurus. It's the voice. The voice says it. So when you try to morph. That's so cool. That is so cool. Hasbro, good job. So I'm super excited about this because it's a reason to be excited. Now, we're going to do the long kind of thing they started doing kind of like in the Ranger reunion shows. So in the Ranger reunion shows, they started doing this whole movement where the first thing they would do, and you see this in Once a Ranger in Operation Overdrive when Adam morphs and other seasons too. But the first thing you're going to do is you put it to the side like that, but kind of low. So Adam does that, and so you do that, and then you turn, and then lift up to here. So side, you put it down to your side, turn it, and then lift up to here. So you do that, and then you go, it's morphin' time. And then you do a whole kind of like spin. So think of it like this. It's morphin' time, like that. And then you're upside down, so then you know what to do now because you learned the first two morphs. Turn it down and press the red button. And then I hypothetically turn into the Red Ranger. Now let's do that in fast mode. It's morphin' time. So remember, one more time, slow, and then we'll do it fast. Side of you, turn to your chest, then circle, push out, and it said Mastodon, interestingly enough. So we'll do it fast again. And then you turn into the Red Ranger. So there you have it. That's how you do the morph, the Mighty Morphin morph. Either way is correct. You will turn into the Ranger of your choice depending on the power coin if you do it any of those ways. So there's no wrong way to do it. That was the Morphin tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. Tune in next week where we do Power Rangers Zeo. And I'll be using the Legacy Zeonizer to review that, to do that morph. And I have never reviewed that morpher. So I look forward to it. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the comments. MMPR for life. Power Rangers for life. I've actually been watching Beast Morphers and I've really enjoyed it. So it feels good to be back on the horse. Thank you for all the love and support. Don't forget to comment below. I love hearing from y'all. Thank you for all the love. I'm from Sleep and Reverie out, and I cannot wait to see you all at Ranger Stop to talk to you about the new Power Ranger Netflix special in April and to just keep sharing our love for all things Power Rangers. May the power protect you.